And welcome to Rob Schmitt Tonight. Today, the White House sent in its finest communicator to smooth over the parody that has become of this balloon saga. Joe Biden jumped on television to explain the inexplicable. Why on earth did the White House and the Pentagon sit back and watch a Chinese surveillance balloon take off from Southeast Asia, fly all the way to the Americas and across the entire continental United States, and then finally grow a pair and shoot it down after it had completed its mission? The explanation didn't go very well. Biden claims he gave orders to shoot down that initial first Chinese balloon as soon as it was safe to do so. Here was how he explained it.
Because we knew its path, we were able to protect sensitive sites against collection. We waited until it was safely over water, which would not only protect civilians, but also enable us to recover substantial components for further analytics. And then we shot it down, sending a clear message. The violation of our sovereignty is unacceptable. We'll act to protect our country, and we did.
Yeah. A lot to go over here. So Biden claims that the U.S. government knew the path of the balloon. So we're just going to show it to you. Here's the path that Biden claims the government was fully aware of. It actually kind of resembles the path that Biden usually takes to exit the stage after a speech that made no sense. The president claims because they knew this path, they were able to keep the Chinese spy balloon from surveilling sensitive American military sites, which is a blatant lie. One that even the New York Times, Biden's biggest cheerleader, debunked in an article just yesterday, highlighting how once Chinese officials were called out for this spying, the CCP claimed that it was trying to push the balloon out of the United States ASAP. Quote, Chinese officials did nothing about the balloon as it passed over the continental United States, including above nuclear missile silos in Montana. Okay, so aside from flying over nuclear missile silos in Montana, I guess the White House did a stellar job protecting American military installations from any kind of surveillance. The president said he sent a clear message to the Chinese, and that message was, we watched your balloon the entire time and only shot it down because some kid in Montana happened to look up in the sky and see it. And to cap off this afternoon's cleanup attempt, Biden admitting, I should say, that the next 3 balloons that our government eviscerated in a desperate attempt to overcompensate were actually innocent targets.
Intelligence community's current assessment is that these 3 objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research.
In the Oval Office, I imagine it sounded something like this. Mr. President, new polling says Americans think the balloon saga was a show of American weakness. I think we should start shooting down anything that we can find. Weather balloons, research balloons, recreational balloons. Let's just shoot everything. America is back, baby. Probably not a good time to buy your kid a kite and send him to the park on a breezy day. You might find yourself in a situation that looks something like this. The cherry on top of all of this was one fighter pilot missing an almost stationary floating balloon over Lake Huron with his first $400,000 missile. A pilot that probably spent too much time in equity training, needs to dust off the F-16 once in a while. $1 trillion a year on the military almost, run by people who are either incompetent or perhaps intentionally neglectful in this moment, as was alleged by one screaming reporter today.
Compromised by your family's business relations.
Sir, Mr. President, there has been criticism.
Yeah, give me a break, man. It's not like my son pulled millions and millions of dollars out of China or anything.